How you guys doing? Back with another presentation. I want to talk to you guys about something that I was just thinking about. Something I was just thinking about because it's becoming more and more prevalent to me that physical appearance is going to definitely determine how your life plays out. It's going to determine a lot of things. I never understood how much looks play a part in your life. And I'm going to talk about how you have a lot of spiritual people. They talk about God's will for your life. I'm here to tell you, God's will for some people's life is for them to suffer. That's God's will for some people's life. In this world, you are going to suffer if you don't look a certain way. And I used to think that prayer changes things and, you could just pray for certain things to come your way. No. Looks determine a whole lot in life. And it's funny how people always want to say looks don't matter to people, because they do. Looks matter a whole lot to people. Looks will even determine how smart people think you are. And this is why I say God's will for some people is for them to suffer. God's will for some people is for them to perish. And right quick, I want to say thank you all for being willing to hear what I have to say. Thank you all for tuning in to my reviews. More reviews are coming. And I want to say thank you for supporting me. We're at 6,000 subscribers now. Thank you for supporting me and just having an open ear to hear the trials and tribulations that I've experienced in my life and many other guys have experienced in their life. But I know for a fact that it's God's will for some people to suffer. And in church, I used to hear people say that, God has blessings in store for you and he has some great things on the way for you. All life has in store for some people is pain and more problems. Because one thing I had to look at in life, you have to look at patterns. Because usually patterns have a tendency to repeat themselves. So if you have a history of bad experiences, then more than likely you're going to get more bad experiences. That's what you're going to get. You're not going to get any good experiences in your life. And a lot of people want the good news, but they don't want the bad news. And one thing I had to come to terms and understand, God's will for some people is for them to suffer. God's will for some people is for them to perish and for them to experience a life of pain and misery. And that is what some people are going to experience, a life of pain and misery. Because the world is not in favor of ugly people. It's not. And it doesn't matter what you believe about yourself. And it doesn't matter how you feel about yourself. That's all BS. If people think you a bad looking person, they're going to have it out for you. They really and truly going to have it out for you. And people always want to try to lie to people and tell people that you just have to believe in yourself. What is believing in you going to do? Not a daggone thing. People want to make it seem like, a lot of men, especially when it comes to the dating scene, you got to have confidence in yourself. Confidence ain't going to do nothing. Confidence ain't going to make no woman want to screw you. So that's BS. People love to lie. And women are some of the most disingenuous people ever. Women lie all the time. They lie all the time. That's why you can never take advice from a woman. What does a personality have to do with a man putting this stuff in your backside? What does a good personality have to do with a man making love to you? That a personality don't have nothing to do with anything. But see, that's one thing that's so disgusting about women. They lie all the time. Women are just habitual liars. And women love lies. And I think this is a big reason to why a lot of women tend to gravitate to religion and why women gravitate to things that are spiritual, because women love lies. Women do not like the truth. They love believing in nonsense. That's why you hear women talking about, I manifested this, I manifested that. Women just love lies. And that's why when you go to church, you see more women in church than you see men there. But one thing I had to come to term and understand, that you have to look at how things have played out for you in life. You have to look at your struggle. You have to look at what you've been through in life. You have to look at your current circumstances, because whatever circumstances you've had to face in life, that ought to tell you what life got in store for you. So you got to figure, if you've had more negative circumstances than good circumstances, then that ought to tell you what life is going to be for you. And one of the biggest lies that people always try to tell folks is that life is what you make it. Life is not what you make it. Life is all about them cards that you've been dealt. And there are certain things in life that can truly put you at a disadvantage. And one thing that I'm seeing that can truly put you at a disadvantage in life is your physical appearance. If people think you a bad looking person, I'm here to tell you, your life is going to be full of pain and misery. You're not going to have no love in your life. You know, if you know, and this is why, because I used to wonder why you have certain parents that believe in showing favoritism. They'll favor one child over the other. A lot of times that has to do with looks. If a parent feels that one child is better looking than the other, they're going to love and favor the other child more. It's real. And I see more than ever that people like to talk about, God has his blessings on the way and God has great things in store for you. I'm here to tell you, for some people, God has a lot of pain in store for them. And if life has been hellacious for you, don't think that the hell is over, because the hell could just be warming up. The knockout could be getting ready to come to you in just a couple of moments. So that's why I tell people, you got to look at patterns, and you have to look at the way things have played out in your life. And if you're a person who's had a lot of challenges in life, if you're a dude who's constantly been bashed, been ridiculed, women have treated you like scum, don't think that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because I used to think that God had some special blessings in store for me. God don't have no blessings in store for you. And a lot of people tell people to stay away from the black pill, but I feel the black pill is just reality. It's the brutal, harsh reality that's staring you dead in the face. I never got caught up into all of those theories, but the black pill is nothing more than the truth that's staring you dead in the face. It's the reality that awaits you. That's all the black pill is. And one thing I do know is that God's will is for some people to suffer and for them to live a bad, sad, pitiful life. And that's just the way it's going to be for some people. And I'm just here to tell you, don't let nobody tell you that God got these mysterious blessings that are on the way for you. Because I had to come to the realization and understand that the only thing God has on the way for some people is more pain and misery. But you guys marinate on this, and I'll see you guys in the next presentation. Peace out.